All right there. So here we are, out for another wild camp in the Lake District. This will be my first of 2024. Not for the one to try in, and I will explain later on in the video. But anyway, no wind, so it's a bonus. But the weather's looking all right. It's a little bit cloudy, but it's looking canny. I'm out in the eastern area of the Lake District. I'm parked in the hotel just down in Patterdale. That was £10 for 24 hours. The place I'm going camping tonight wasn't the original plan. Just getting out the way of this car coming past. There you go, past. So like I say, this wasn't the original plan. The original plan was to go up to Sheffield Pike, but the car park at Glenridden is absolutely chocker. I've been sat waiting around for an hour and no joy there. Nobody's coming back down and pulling away, so I got sick of waiting, so I thought I'll go for a plan B and do a different fell. So the fell I've got in mind is over here, Place Fell. So it's a similar height to Sheffield Pike. It's a slightly longer route up, but I've got plenty of time. So like I said, got plenty of time to get up. The sun is due to set at 5:10. The sun's not currently out, so I don't think we're going to get a sunset. Sunrise in the morning, I think, is at 10 to 8. So got a bit of a lie-in the morning. So yeah, it's just nice to be out. Well, this is the start of the climb, and I'm knackered already. I've done nothing at all for about 4 weeks, and I tell you what, it's easy to lose your fitness, but a lot more difficult to get it back. Oh. So we're gonna head up here and up at the side of the fell here, and that's going to take us to Bordale Halls. When we get to Bordale Halls, we'll turn left and head up towards Place Fell. Before we get to Place Fell though, we will get to Round How and then onwards and upwards to Place Fell. This is the first time I've walked this route up to Place Fell. I did start my route further along the road last time I did this walk, but this is the actual first time I've come up via this path up to Bordale Halls. Seems steady away, like no wind at all. However, it was forecast to be around 10 to 15 kilometres an hour blowing in from a southeasterly direction, and then in the morning it's supposed to change to the total opposite direction, a northwesterly direction. Still around 10 to 15 kilometres an hour though, but it's good to be back out. So like I said, that was my original plan for tonight, which is Sheffield Pike. You just see Glenridden Dodd in the foreground there. Just behind that, I think that would be Hart Crag, and then just in front of us here, that would be Rays. But all these are starting up now. Looking here, that would be Hartsop above How. I think that would be High Hartsop Dodd there, and Middle Dodd. Yeah, looking really good. I'll correct myself. When I said that was Hart Crag, it's not, it's Hart Side. And then just round the corner, what you can't see because of Sheffield Pike, you'll have Greenside as well. Ah. Nice little side here for the weary walker. And then we've got Rook and Gill here. So last time I camped up this area was, I think it was last year, when I camped up on Angletown. And I remember, I think I counted about 23 tents that day. It wasn't just like a little campsite. Hopefully there's nobody up here tonight. Hope everyone's picked Angletown and I've got Placefell to myself. A little bit of peace and quiet. So yeah, just on about the weather, it has been pretty horrendous through the week, hasn't it? With high winds and snow. At one point the 66 was closed between Bowes and Brough due to the snow and abandoned vehicles. So just looking down here, that's the Deepdale Valley, and then down that side you've got Dovedale. But, oh, it's turned out to be a glorious day, absolutely stunning. See, straight up here now, Striding Edge, and then straight up onto Helvellyn. Got a scattering of snow up there. It's looking absolutely stunning. Anyway, let's crack on. Tell you what, mind, some of these rocks are really slippy, so take your time and watch every step. The lack of fitness is definitely shown. I'm absolutely paggered. Just looking over here, that'll be Hart Crag. And then just along from it, it'll be Dove Crag, and the Priest Hole just sits below Dove Crag. Coming round to the right round here, just beyond this one here, which is saying Sunday Crag, you'll have Fairfield. I think when I get up to Bordale Hawes, I think I'm going to have to lose a layer, like, because it's stifling hot. Just see here, there's Catsty Cam popping his nose up. We have snow. So I'm just approaching Bordale Hawes, and like I said, I am going to lose a layer because I'm absolutely boiling. I'm starting to sweat now, and that's the last thing I want to do is get wet with sweat, because when you stop, you get sharp cool down. So that's one layer off. Up here takes you up to Angletown. We're heading up here to Placefell. So just looking up here, got a winding path that takes up to Round How, and then after that we're onwards and up to Placefell. So might actually get a sunrise here, to be honest with you. Love the way the clouds lingering above Hart Crag there. It's a stunning day. It's a tiring day, but a stunning day. It's nice to be out, getting a bit of fresh air. Ah, this is steep going, this. Really steep. Keep putting one foot in front of the other though, and I'll eventually get there. Still got plenty of time. Just looking down onto a beck down here, coming down the side of the fell. That's called Freeze Beck. And I bet that's what it is. Absolutely freezing. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to get cracked on. So, we've reached Round How. That's this big lump here. So, I'm probably just going to have to put the camera down for getting up here, just to make sure I have some good handholds, because it does look a bit of a scramble getting up there, like. So, anyway, we'll walk up and have a look at it. So here we are on Round How. It's 631 metres, and the views off here is absolutely stunning. If you look around, beautiful. Ullswater's just coming to view over here. Absolutely stunning. We're heading up here. Place fell. Oh, let's go. Weather's been absolutely brilliant today. Not one bit of wind. Conditions have been absolutely perfect, and I think due to carry on this way through until tomorrow afternoon. So, here we are, top of Place Fell, 657 metres. It's the second time I've been up here. Last time I was up here, my little dog with us, Brian. Bless his little soul. We lost him back in September. This one's for you, Brian. Well, better find somewhere to pitch my tent now, because it is getting a little bit chilly, so I want to get the tent up, get my setup done, and then get my down gear on and have a bit of a chill out. Just been looking at down here, see what it's like over there. I think I'll have a walk over and see what it's like, and that gets me away from the beaten track. So let's go. I think I found my spot here. Nice and flat. Summit's just there. Sunrise will be over here in the morning, and the sunset will be just here. You view down onto the lake there, and the hotel's just down there in on the lake. Looking up the valley towards Grisdale Tarn. Yeah, I think I'll stay here. Once I've got the tent pitched, I can always have a nice walk around the tops and do a little bit of exploring. So anyway, I'm going to get my tent up. Anyway, that's the tent pitched. I'll give you a look around at my pitch. So the way my door's facing, that's looking over to Sheffield Pike and Glenridden Dodd. Sheffield Pike was where I was originally going to pit camp. And then you're looking up the valley. Just round that corner you'll have Kettle Cove. Looking up on the top there you've got Rays. To the left here, you can just see it, that's Catsey Cam up onto Helvellyn. You've got Striding Edge, the hole in the wall. Over this side you've got Arneson Crag, going up onto St Sunday Crag. So if we come round here, looking over to where Angleton is, and then over here, the back of the tent, you've got the trig point for Place Fell. Just through the gap you can see Ullswater. And we've got Ullswater down here. I've stayed in that hotel down there as well. That's called Inn on the Lake. So yeah, not a bad pitch. But anyway, my hands are red raw as you can see. They're freezing cold. So I'm going to get all my gear in my tent and I might have a can. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So I'll see you in a bit. The colours in the sky here. Absolutely stunning. So the sun is due to go down at 5:10. It's now 10 to 5, so we may get a little bit. You can see all the colours in the sky there. If you look round here, looking over to the east, you can see the sun shining all over the fells over here. Absolutely stunning. Temperature's dropping now, like. Looking over here, you've got Blencathra, and then over there in the distance you've got Skiddaw. Yeah, I'm really pleased I made the effort to come out. Wow, look at that. That's looking over towards Helvellyn and that. Beautiful. Well, I think I'm going to make a brew before I have a can. So anyway, let's get my stove set up. So tonight I've got some new equipment, a new table. This is a table made by Soto, and I've seen another YouTuber using these, Paul Messner. And when he popped it up, I thought, wow, that's really cool. Watch this. You ready? That's it. Up. That's going to give me a flat surface to put my stove on. Brew with a view, as the saying goes. Well, I think I'm going to get my down gear on now because it is getting a little bit chilly, so before I get too cold anyway. So on with the thermals, down trousers and down jacket, I think. Oh, yeah. And I might think about having some food. So I'm getting a little bit peckish now. So I'll be back in a bit. That's all the down gear on now, so toasty warm. Got some new mitts here. These come recommended by MCM, Chris Hughes. These are the Hestra Kebnekaise mittens with the goat leather palm and like material backing. They come with a liner, so you've got like a wool liner there. These on. Struggle that. There. Some on. Got adjustment on the back, and you've got adjustment on the wrist there, so no rainwater will get down there. You've also got this loop here to put round your wrist, so when you take them off, you're not going to lose them. A bit like you had when you were a kid. Apart from the whole cord went through. Yeah, I remember I used to have a duffel cord, and the whole cord went through the duffel cord with the mittens on the end. So when you were walking around, they were just left hanging. Yeah, those were the days. Yeah, but no, they're really good quality. Them, I'm really happy with them. Yeah, so I'll be out with them later on. So I'm getting a little bit peckish now, so I'm going to show you what I've got food-wise for tonight. So if I get me food bag out. Oh, I've got some snacks here, some beef jerky to try. Never had that before, so I'm going to give that a blast. I've got some smoked pork sausage, which I'm going to cut up and warm up in my new frying pan. I've got some Uncle Ben's mushroom rice, which I'm going to add to the sausage. And I've got a sauce to mix in, this Wagamama Korean style barbecue sauce, just so it's not too dry. So I'm going to have that later. What else we've got? I bought a backup meal, just the Adventure Food hot pot, minced beef hot pot that. Some wine gums just to munch on later when I'm sat watching YouTube. And oh yes, the Yorkie, yes, hey, and I'll be having that later on with a nice cup of coffee before I go to bed, just to wind myself down for the night. So anyway, drink wise, I've only brought 2 cans with us. This one by Tiny Rebel called Fruzy, so that's 6.5%. So it's a fruit smoothie IPA, that one. And I've got one by Turning Point Brewery, Disco King, an American Pale Ale, and that one's 5.1%. So I may sample them in a little bit. And also, somewhere, a bottle of Jam Shed, because I do like me wine as well. So nice small bottle of Jam Shed. I know it's in a glass bottle and a little bit heavier, but that ain't going to make much difference to the weight of my rucksack. So yeah, so put all them for later. Then I've got my usual coffees as well, and a couple of cereal bars in the morning for breakfast. Anyway, I'm going to try a can. I think I'm going to try the Disco King American Pale Ale. So let's give this a blast. Very nice. Right. Anyway, I'm going to get some food on. So I'm going to christen the new frying pan. Which is made by Fire Maple. Got my new little tongs here, made by GSI. Fold out. Voila. Are you alright? Get this sausage on. Heating up. A little pen knife out. And on there. The old sausage out. Even though I'm cooking in my tent, I've got the door open, so plenty of ventilation there. Like I say, this Mattison sausage is already cooked, so you just basically just heating it through. Next, break all the rice up, mushroom rice. We'll add some rice to this. Chucking it all over myself. Oh yes, there you go, get that in there. Give it a stir in. And then I've got this Wagamama Korean style barbecue sauce, so we'll whack that in. Oh yes. Yeah, so we'll leave all that there simmering away. It's all stirred in. Get a torch button, I can't see. Quite a concoction. Well, I think this might be about warm through now. So it'll be time to tuck in. I haven't brought a plate, so I'm going to have to eat out the pan. Anyway, turn that gas off and then we'll get tucked in. Yeah. Very nice. Anyway, I'm going to have this. I'm going to have me can. And I'll see you guys later. Well, I've had my food and it was delicious. Really, really nice. The sauce was beautiful, so I will be trying that again. Anyway, if you go back to this afternoon when I set off walking, I did say that this was my first wild camp of 2024. And I did say not for the one to try in, because that's precisely what I've done. Beginning of January, I did set off to do my first wild camp of the year, and to cut a long story short, when I got to the place that I was pitching for the night, I took my tent out the bag, chucked it on the floor, and then I just got this horrible feeling in my head I didn't want to be there. So I checked my watch. It was 3:15. It was going to get dark around about 4 o'clock. So I made the decision to chuck my tent back in my bag, chuck my rucksack back on, and I went home. Now, as soon as I got into the A66, I felt gutted. I got home, I felt really, really devastated. I felt like a failure. I felt like I wasted my time. And I just thought, do I really want to do this anymore? So I talked to family and a few friends. And I just don't know, I couldn't explain how I felt. It just something came over us that I really didn't want to do it. So I left it a couple of weeks and I planned another route. I set off again, and when I got to this next route, got the start, got out the car, put one boot on, and I didn't even get to do a walk. I just literally took my boot back off, got back in the car and went home. I had exactly the same feelings, that I didn't want to do it. But the week up to going, planning the route, packing my gear, checking the weather, doing a bit of research on the place I was going to, I was really looking forward to it. I really looked forward to the drive up. I enjoyed the drive up and everything. But I don't know what it is. Something just triggered something in my mind, and I just didn't really want to be there. Now, if you've watched my previous video from December, when I camped up on Sheffield Pike, you'll have seen that I had an accident in my van. I wrote my van off. I ended up getting stranded in the lakes for the night. I'm just wondering if it's something like that that's putting these negative thoughts in the back of my mind. Because I love the camping. I've never once been worried about it. And doing the solo wild camping, it doesn't faze us at all. Like say last year, I set myself a challenge of doing one wild camp every calendar month, which I completed. But January, I couldn't face it. So I was going to try and speak to some people on the social media camping groups and saying if anybody else had had similar thoughts before. If anybody has got any comments on it, then just leave us a message. It'll be good to talk about it and see if there's anybody else out there who's been in a similar situation. But it's not a nice feeling at all. Like you say, you get home and you just feel like a failure. So today
I'm really, really pleased that I've came out, got my tent pitched, and I've stayed out. Hopefully, this will be the end of it. Hopefully, I won't have these thoughts anymore. But, aye. Anyway, that's that crack out the way. Anyway, I'm really enjoying this camp. I'm going to finish my can. I'm going to check out social media, and I'm going to probably maybe watch a YouTube video. I've been watching Block Outdoors. He's absolutely unreal. If you haven't seen him, give him a watch because he's absolutely fantastic. With all his sayings and everything. But he doesn't have to put the graft in like you see, he's on about going out 3 times a week now, doing a wild camp Wednesday, takeaway review on a Friday, and a stealth camp on a Sunday. But no, he's absolutely brilliant. So yeah. So I may watch his latest video from Friday, the food review one. So yeah, because I've got signal up here as well, so that's a bonus. So anyway, I'll get back to you in a bit. So I've just come out there to check the guidelines, give them the once over now that the tent's settled in, and they're okay. Like I say, we're not due any strong winds tonight. We're only looking at around 10 kilometres an hour, and the same in the morning, so everything should be fine. But it's my setup there. These boots today, I thought I'd put the good old Ortberg Malastangs on today. They're a heavy boot, but they are a really tough boot, these. I've had these for about 7 years now. I've completed all the wainwrights in them, and they're still going. Absolutely brilliant. Never leaked in once, but saying that I do clean them and put some more leather grist on them after every walk. Keep the leather supple. But they're a really good boot, them. Got them down at the Ortberg factory shop, where got my feet measured properly. And the Ortbergs are really good because they come in 5 different width fittings, and then you've got all the half sizes. But these are a really good robust boot. These are a B1 boot, so these will take a C1 flexible cramp on. Got the Vibram soles. Ortberg also offer a service where once your soles start wearing down, they'll resole them at a cost. But no, these have been really good boots. These brilliant in the winter months. I'm going to try some of this beef jerky. I've never had it before. Alright, like. Not bad. Just been sat chilling. Listen to the tunes on Planet Rock. Before that fell over, like I said, listen to the Planet Rock, there's some decent tunes on there. And I've got a few gigs coming up soon. A few in March actually. I've got Millie Manders and the Shut Up. Actually, she's on in April. Ferocious Dog, really good band, they on in April. Shanghai Treason, see them in March. the ley lines. See them for a first. I see them at Barnwellswick. I had the Easter bank holiday weekend. SLF, they on in March as well. So I've got quite a busy March, like. And a wedding to go to, one of my friends' weddings. Yeah, so March is going to be quite a busy month. I'm quite fancying Northern Kin this year. Waterboy's a headline in there, so I may get tickets for that. And then me and the wife's going on holiday. Booked up to go to Santa Ponza. Be kind of good. Well, that's alright then. Don't get much in the bag, like. But nonetheless, it's alright. I think we'll have me bottle of wine, I think. Lovely night. There's not one bit of wind. Clear skies when I went out. I got a few photographs of the stars. I might put my camera on time lapse after. Hopefully the weather's alright in the morning. Get home, go home. And I think the wife's treating us to dinner. Yeah. At least I won't wake up rough like I did last week. Jesus. I was dying. I was on the couch all day. So. Some like little packet there. I haven't got a clue what that is in there. Yep. Bottle of jam shed. Crack this open, I think. Very nice. I've been toying with the idea of buying a satellite communicator. I've been looking at the Zolios and the Garmin InReach Mini 2, and I can't decide which one to get. The Garmin InReach Mini 2, the unit itself's more expensive by about 100 quid. The subscription is slightly cheaper, but you only get 10 satellite messages a month, where the Zolio has a slightly more expensive subscription. I think it's about 18 quid compared to 14 quid for the Garmin, and you get 25 messages. Now, the Zolio is dependent on a mobile phone, whereas the Garmin, you can send messages from the unit itself or from the Garmin Messenger app. But like I say, it's a lot of money. It's a bit of a pain in the backside having to pay a subscription. But when you are in areas where there is no mobile signal, it could be a life changer. Like you say, especially if you go out wild camping by yourself, you don't know what could happen. So yeah, it's peace of mind, isn't it? Well, yeah, I may look into investing in one of them in the future. Well, time is currently 10:10, and I've just made myself a brew. So that can only mean one thing. It is Yorkie time. Oh yes, the Yorkie. Don't go camping without a Yorkie. A good solid chocolate bar. Sets you up for the night. Solid as a rock. Look at that. All washed down with a nice coffee. Oh. Lovely. So, after my accident in December, my van was written off. They paid out on my vehicle, and I bought another one. So now I bought myself another Ford Grand Tornio Connect, and my camper unit has gone straight back in. So I'm back on the road and all good to go again. So I look forward to some adventures this year. Me and the brother-in-law, we talking about going to Scotland in September, possibly to camp on Sullivan. And then we'll drive down and have a look over to the mall. So I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah, I went out earlier. There's a little bit of cloud cover now, so the stars aren't greatly visible, so I don't think I'm going to bother putting my camera out on time lapse. Well, it's now 11:15. I've had my coffee and my Yorkie. I've just been out and brushed my teeth and had a wee. So I'm ready for bed now. I've set my clock for 7:15 in the morning. Sunrise is about 7:50. Today, I've had a canny day, although it was a very tough walk up to the top of Placefell, considering I haven't done anything for about 4 weeks. It was quite tough. I definitely will sleep well tonight because my shoulders are aching, my legs is aching. I'm absolutely knackered, so I'm going to get my head down anyway. So unless anything drastic happens through the night, I'll see you in the morning. Good night.
Well, good morning. The alarm clock's just gone off. It's 7:15. I've had a canny night's sleep there. I woke up once through the night just to go and get away. Still no wind, no rain. Tent has got a bit of condensation inside of it, but I'll get the door open in a minute and let that air out and get it dried off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get up and make myself a cup of coffee, have some breakfast. Sunrise isn't due until about 7:50, so we've got a good hour. In that time I might get some of my gear put away.
I've just come out the tent there and it's looking like a pretty clear morning, to be honest with you. Looking over out towards the east, you can see there's no cloud and there's a bit of colour in the sky, so we should get a sunrise, to be honest with you. Looking back over towards Helvellyn. Down onto Ullswater down there, and then back onto the trig point there. All the tops are still covered in snow. It's a crisp morning, like. I must admit it is a little bit cold. Back down to the tent there. Where I was, or where I am. Well, I think I'm gonna put the kettle on and make a brew. don't think we're going to get a sunrise. You can see the colours in the sky here, but there's still a bit of cloud cover here, so I don't think we're going to get it. Wind's picking up a little bit there. It is forecast to be 10 kilometres an hour, so coming in from a northwesterly direction, which is pointing over in this direction here. That's north there, so yeah, it has got a little bit of a bite to it as well. Current air temperature is forecast to be around about 2 degrees, so put that little bit of wind chill on it, it'll be down to 0 or in the lower minus figures. Well, that's all my gear put away, all packed in my bag, so all that's left to do is take the tent down, so let's get cracked on. Well, that's me all packed up now. This is where I was. Give the area a once over. Make sure that I haven't left any pegs or rubbish, and I haven't, so follow the golden rule. Leave no trace. Leave the place as you found it, or better. So anyway, I'm just going to head back down the way I came up, which is back down the south side, back down to Bordale Hawes, and then follow the track back down to the hotel. So yeah, there's the sun there. It's well up now, just poked its head through the clouds. So anyway, let's crack on. Right, what I did notice yesterday when I was on the way up at Round How, there was a little bit of a scramble to get up. It's not too bad when you're climbing up, but going down something which is a bit of a scramble, and especially when you're wearing a heavy rucksack, can be a little bit dangerous. So what I did notice was there was a path on the left hand side of it when I was coming up, so it'll be on my right when I'm going down. So I'm possibly going to take that path and walk around Round How. So yeah, I'll need to be down on this path here because this is all rocky up here. I'm going on my backside here and all. Yeah. So that's just looking back up to Round How. So we're just skirting around the side of it. The sun just up above. I think that'll be Weather Hill. Weather Hill, I think that is. Yeah, I thought I'd just correct myself here. Yeah, I've just checked the map, and what I thought was Weather Hill isn't. You've got the Nab, then you've got Restod, then up there you've got the Knot, then that comes down onto High Raise, then you've got Raven How and Red Crag, then it goes on to Weather Hill. So I thought I'd just correct myself there. So that's just looking back up to the scramble where we went up to Round How yesterday. So you can see I've avoided that by taking this path here, and now we're going to just follow the path all the way back down to Bordale Hawes. There's a little market cairn there.
So that there's looking down into the Bordale Valley. I was camped over there, I think maybe last July up on Beta Head, and I was going to take the route across the top onto Beta Fell, Angle Tarn, round over that Freeze Beck and round and drop down into the valley and back, but I didn't. I dropped over the other side and walked up that valley back to the car. So we're back at Bordale Horse. Bordale Horse is just here. I'm going to pick up this path here, and then that'll take us back down the fell side and back to where we started yesterday afternoon. I can see it picks the main path back up here, so it's just all the way back down here now. And then back across to the hotel, which you can just see down there. Well, I'm back at the van now, so I'm going to wrap this one up here. I wanted to wrap it up sooner, but I met a young lad who I met up on the way up there yesterday. He was coming up at Angle Tarn, so I caught up again with him this morning. So, like I say, I'm back at the hotel. It's the Patterdale Hotel. Costs £10 a night for the parking, which is absolutely spot on for me anyway. Like I say, Placefell wasn't going to be my original place to go and camp. It was originally going to be Sheffield Pike, but still had a good time up on Placefell. It was a bit of a slog going up. But like I say, while I'm here, I'll show you the new van. So I've got the camp unit in the back. So it's exactly the same van as the one that I crashed in the Langdale. It's just a different colour. It's a year younger. So yeah, well, things have worked out okay in the end. So anyway, like I say, I've had a good camp. I'm going to set off home now, stop off somewhere and have some breakfast. So anyway, until next time, stay safe and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.